They like.
What's up, y'all? This is Relly back with another video. Yes, sir, and today we have to talk about the game opening with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we have to give some shout outs, and we have to give some shout outs to Collin Sexton, Larry Nance Jr., and the person I told you to hold the brakes on because we wanted to see how his confidence shifted in Darius Garland, right? I am so proud of those three players because if you watch the game, you see how impressive they played, how confident they played, and how smooth they played tonight. Of course, I have to talk about the starting lineup because it was Darius Garland, Collin Sexton, IsaacOkoro, Larry Nance Jr., and Andre Drummond, and I think this starting lineup was actually pretty good. And I feel like Darius Garland at the point guard is authentic because he is a pass-first point guard. If you look at him, especially as he's building his confidence, you see how willing he is to pass the ball, which we need on this roster. And IsaacOkoro being a defender, we needed that. Now, of course, Larry Nance Jr. is probably not going to be the long-term power forward. He's going to be Kevin Love when he's healthy. But we got to understand as the changes was altered and, maneuvered by JB Bickerstaff, this was a very, very great move. And of course, we have to talk about what we did that was keys to us winning against the Charlotte Hornets, and that was defense and passing. Defense and passing was what we used to establish us winning tonight against the Charlotte Hornets. With those key points, we used those to literally set the tone, and I believe that this is the culture we should use for the entire season because our defense, we was communicating. For the first time in a long time, we've seen our players literally moving everywhere defensively, which helped us slow down the game, especially when we was not hitting shots. And then with us passing the ball very, very fluidly, we was able to get players like Garland, IsaacOkoro, and Collin Sexton, as well as Larry Nance, in rhythm, which helped us further the league, right? Now, I know in the fourth quarter, it got a little closer, but obviously we started to settle a little bit more, which we're also going to have to fix and correct going forward. And I believe JaVale McGee and IsaacOkoro should get a lot of credit for what they did, to establish a presence for us defensively, right? Because without them setting a tone in the paint, setting a tone on the perimeter, we wouldn't have gotten for what they are establishing throughout the court. JB Bickerstaff has been literally working on this all offseason, telling us that this is what we're going to have to do in order to create a culture. This is what we're going to have to do if you want a winning culture. This is what you're going to have to do if you want to develop the young guys. We're going to have to make a presence defensively, and we're also going to have to create an atmosphere in terms of passing so we can get guys in rhythm and so we can see who can truly be a star for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, for what we should expect going forward is for us to keep developing because in my personal opinion, confidence is going to be the key, especially for players like Dylan Windler and Darius Garland. Now, we expected more from Dylan Windler, but we have to let him get in rhythm because players like him that we've drafted late in the first round, we have to give them time to develop, to become themselves, because I really think Dylan Windler can be a very special player for our roster, but we just have to give him some time to grow. And just like Darius Garland, I've been telling y'all all season, all off season, all summer, I've been saying, hey guys, maybe y'all should just chill out because Darius Garland, y'all gave him 1 year to show what he can do. That's not enough. He averaged 12 points in his first season. Let the boy find himself. And as we see tonight, Darius Garland is finding himself. He's getting confident in his shots. He's getting confident in his floaters. He's getting confident in his threes. Every time he missed a shot, he don't got his head down. He's like, all right, I should have made that. Next time I get the ball, I'm going to hit that and it's going to go in, right? You get what I'm saying? His passing, fluid. He's confident. And that's what we need from players just like Darius Garland. And what a lot of people got to remember, we're still missing pieces like Relly, Dante Exum, Kevin Porter Jr., Kevin Love, who are all key parts of our roster, right? And the reason why I bring that up is because I feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers is going to be a lot better than what a lot of people is going to give us credit for because of the moves and how we're adjusting to the game, right? Like, because we're improving defensively, we're improving on terms of passing. You can see the development in Colin Sexton, you can see the development in Darius Garland, you can see the development in even Larry Nance, who had a very, very impressive game, right? And this is why I tell y'all we need to hold the brakes, because our team right here can really shock a lot of people. Now, I'm not saying they're going to go to the NBA Finals, but what they can do is legitimately contest for a playoff spot. And I truly feel like that when you see the Cleveland Cavaliers play like this, how they should be playing, and you think they're going to add basically another all-star player in Kevin Love, you got to understand the Cleveland Cavaliers is going to be a lot better in the Eastern Conference. And then you got to assess that the Eastern Conference is literally up for grabs, right? I can understand if the Cleveland Cavaliers was in the West, you would have to be a lot more established team to get a playoff spot in the Western Conference. But in the East, that 8th and 7th seed is up for grabs. Anybody who's healthy enough, who's playing hard enough, could really get that spot. And I feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers, if we play how we're supposed to, can legitimately take that spot. So down in the comments below, let me know how y'all feel about this and how y'all feel about the Cleveland Cavaliers moving forward. And for more amazing content, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of the grind. And with that being said, go.
Hey, motivated all about cash flow, ran it up and ran out of excuses. In the field and we turn into hoopers. For the clip like bonds we shooting, just like some soldiers we trooping. Step back 3, we hooping. We on house just like Fortnite.